Good morning. This is the time and place for the Planning Hearing Officer hearing of June 10th, 2020. My name is Roger Kiesel, and I will be conducting the hearing as hearing officer. Due to COVID-19 novel coronavirus and health recommendations from the Los Angeles County Health Department, this hearing is being conducted public virtually with no members of the public present. The public is encouraged to watch and participate from the safety of their homes to practice social distancing. The meeting can be viewed on local cable TV and is being streamlined online at the city's website at www.glendaleca.gov. For public comments and questions during the meeting, please call 818-937-8100. Again, that's 818-937-8100. City staff will be submitting the questions and comments in real time to the appropriate person. We have one case on the agenda this morning, and the hearing will proceed as follows. Actually, Danny, do you have an agenda?
Do not.
Okay.
I don't have one with me.
Okay, maybe grab one over there. While we get the agenda, the hearing will proceed as follows. I will read the description of the application/request. Then I will read the reports received from other city departments and other letters or communications from interested parties. Third, the case planner will make a brief overview of the case, give analysis, and make a recommendation. The applicant will then be connected in by telephone, stating both name and address, and will be asked to present the case within a 15-minute time limit. Others in support of or in opposition to the application and interested parties will be connected by telephone to give their comments, again clearly stating their name within a 3-minute time period. Finally, the applicant will be given the opportunity to make closing comments, if desired, in response to testimony given by proceeding speakers within a 5-minute time period. The hearing will then be closed and taken under submission. Findings. If the findings presented in the application and at the hearing meet the required findings set forth in the municipal code, then the project can either be approved or approved with conditions. If the findings of fact are not evident, then the request will be denied. Decision. After the hearing, the decision will be prepared in writing and will be in the form of a letter sent to the applicant and to all persons who responded to the public notice, either by speaking at the hearing or by submitting written responses and have provided their name and mailing address. The date of the decision will be the date appearing on the letter. Records of decisions for all projects will be posted online on the Planning Division's website. Appeals. Under the appeal provisions, Title 30, Chapter 30.62 of the Glendale Municipal Code, the decision may be appealed to the planning hearing officer within 15 days of the decision. Anyone wishing to appeal must contact the case planner to obtain forms and information regarding the appeals process and submittal. Public notice. Notification of this hearing was accomplished by the use of public notices, which were mailed to property owners located within 500 feet of the subject property, physically posted on the site in question, and placed in the local newspaper. I would like to inform everyone that the official proceedings of the planning hearing officer's hearing are being televised live and may be viewed online at the city on the city's website. Okay. Now I'll go over the agenda item today. The first and only agenda item is a parking reduction permit. It's parking reduction permit case number PPRP 2001797, located at 1260 South Brand Boulevard. The project description is the applicant is requesting a parking reduction permit for 62 parking spaces in conjunction with a 9,950 square foot addition, interior remodel, and reconfiguration of the surface parking lot of an existing vehicle sales agency on a 57,934 square foot lot in the CA Commercial Auto Zone. So that is the description of the project. Staff does have some comments from other departments. Let me go through them real quick. Looks like Building and Safety just has some standard comments. Neighborhood Services has no concerns. Glendale Water and Power just has standard comments. And Public Works Traffic Section states that on-street parking is in high demand in the project area. Any new developments that do not meet the parking requirements will adversely impact parking availability in the area. And a suggested condition, contractors shall not store trash bins, construction equipment, construction materials, or construction vehicles on city right-of-way without first obtaining a street use permit from the Public Works Engineering Division, and the permit must be displayed on the job site. That was their suggested condition. Those were the comments from other city departments. Now I'd like to turn it over to Danny Manasarian for a brief overview of the project.
Good morning, Mr. Kiesel. I'm going to go through the analysis of the project,
Okay.
which has some overlap in the findings, but we could have the applicant also go over the findings after I'm done. All right, so the application is to allow a 62 space parking reduction in conjunction with a remodel and addition to an existing vehicle sales agency. The proposal is to demolish 12,720 square feet of an existing two-story, 25,987 square foot vehicle sales agency and add 22,670 square feet to the first and second floor of the subject building. I'm actually going to start the presentation here. You can see the project location on the PowerPoint. The three-story service building structure, Building B, which you can see here, is located behind Building A and will undergo a 3,360 square foot interior remodel on the first floor. Reconfiguring of the surface parking lot is also proposed. So the city's zoning code requires vehicle sales agency to provide 4 spaces for every 1,000 square feet of floor area. Therefore, 40 spaces are generated by the 9,950 square foot addition. The existing property currently has 340 spaces. The interior model and reconfiguration of the surface parking lot is going to result in a loss of 22 spaces. So they're going to reconfigure the lot and do some construction, reconfiguring in Building B, and that total is going to be 22. So 22 and 40, so 62 spaces total. The project is located on the east side of South Brand Boulevard, so right here, you can see. And like I said, 2 buildings on the site. The dealership and the parking structure and service building. The showroom, the proposed, will be facing Brand Boulevard. And it's also abutting South Maryland Avenue in the back, as you can see here. Access to the site is going to be both from Brand here and from Cypress. All right. So staff believes that the parking standards in the zoning code for dealerships exceed what is needed for this land use. That the intent of the parking regulations are met and sufficient parking is provided for the dealership, and that the findings can be made. Do you want me to go through the breakdown of the... So I can maybe describe it here. Well, this is the difference. So on the site, there's 53. On site will be 34. I bolded it in red so you can see the difference. So the on-site will change, and building B...
That's on-site parking?
On-site parking, yes. Yeah. So I broke... Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm getting it now. Never mind. I'm
Yeah.
looking.
So I did it on-site and then 3 of the floors. So on-site's 53 right now, but with the addition and the reconfiguration, it's going to be 34 spaces. And building B, you're going on the first floor, there's service there too. You're going from 40 to 37, so 3 spaces difference. Okay. And the second and third floor, they're not going to be touched. So nothing is changing there. So I didn't bold it.
Okay, so let me interrupt for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 22 deficient spaces come from the reduction in the on-site or surface and the first floor of building B.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we're
22,
losing...
Yes, the 22, and then the 40 is through the addition, the 4 per 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
I can briefly go over this portion, the breakdown. As previously mentioned, vehicle sales, leasing, and rental agencies are required to provide the same as retails, 4 per 1,000. This is the same for all typical general retail uses. While automobiles are standard retail use, they're not like typical retail shops, because dealerships, they sell cars which take a significant amount of space to store and display. And customers typically don't shop for their product on a regular basis compared to, retail stores. Additionally, automobile dealers in urban areas in Glendale are moving away from more typical suburban development model where the building, dealership building containing the showroom and surface is located in the center of the site and surrounded by a surface parking lot. It's more of an urban model where there's parking and it's contained within a multi-story building. These facts argue against requiring automobile dealerships to provide the same amount of parking as standard retail outlets. And also, customers don't buy cars as often as they purchase other retail goods, and automobiles occupy more area than most other retail products. We can go through the breakdown here, slides, and then I can...
Yeah, why don't you go through the slides, and then
I have the...
I'm going to hook up the applicant.
Okay. Let me see here. If you do, I could go through the breakdown, but in the staff report, it clearly shows the numbers
Yeah.
for each.
Why don't you go through the
Yeah.
slideshow?
Okay.
Yeah. And then,
So yeah, project site between 3 streets, Maryland, East Cypress, Brand. Entrance from Brand, Cypress, and we went through this already.
yep.
Building A and B, this is the existing conditions. And then you can see towards Brand here, that portion gets, that's where the addition is And then,
So they're filling in
Yes.
with building between building A and the street.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a landscape buffer though. Yeah. And then this is and they're doing a second story too. 3,840. This is a demo plan. It's under 50%. So they're going to be rebuilding this portion. And yeah, so this is the first floor. You can see the service bays. The showroom is at the front. Second floor, generally offices and meeting rooms, parked at 2.7 per thousand. And then this is
Well, let me clarify that. So the entire dealership has to be parked at 4 per thousand, correct? But we're justifying you're justifying the parking reduction, at least
No.
based on the staff report, by saying these offices really only,
not the entire dealership is parked at 4. The addition, which is going to be 4 per thousand.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And the loss of spaces. That's
Okay.
what causes the 62.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. This is the first floor for building B. There's a little reconfiguration on the right side, which is the loss of 3 spaces, I believe, yeah. And then these 2 floors are staying the same. Building B, second floor, and the third floor. And here are the elevations. Still would have to go through the design review process, but this is what they're proposing.
So the new part of the new proposal, the new addition on the first floor is that second elevation down on the left-hand side with the 4 big windows before the Toyota
Yes.
entrance? Okay.
Yeah, because the service is right next to it, and then that's the 4. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have any questions? And then also, they are going to be marking these spaces as a condition.
For the customers and for employees?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because, let's see. Want me to go through that condition, or?
No, not at this point. I can, yeah.
Okay.
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 Now, I am going to hook up the applicant. So let's. Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hi. This is Roger Kiesel, the planning hearing officer. I sort of made the executive decision that you'll be first to speak since you're the applicant. So can you introduce yourself and then basically go over the findings?
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you for providing me the opportunity. And good morning, everybody on board. And thank you, Danny, for giving a description about the project. So basically, this is an existing Toyota dealership.
I'm sorry, can I interject for 1 second? Can you let us know your name?
My name is Suganya Ramadurai.
Thank you.
From Whitfield Associates.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so the existing is a Toyota dealership building. Basically, the site has 2 buildings. One is a Toyota showroom, and the other building is an existing service and a parking structure. We are proposing demolition and expansion of existing Toyota dealership. So we are proposing the existing dealership is a 25,987 square foot building. We are proposing to demolish 12,720 square footage and add 22,670 square footage of showroom and office space. Due to which we will be losing 22 parking spaces, and the addition of 9,950 square footage requires 40 new stalls to be added. So we are requesting for a parking reduction permit for 62 spaces. The existing site currently has 340 parking spaces, but with the new expansion, we will be having 318 parking spaces, out of which 34 spaces will be on site. So the 34 spaces will be for customers, and all the employee parking will be on the parking structure. And the site is accessible from both Brand and Cypress Street. And the new remodel of the showroom is going to look very pretty with the latest Toyota upgraded look.
Can you please go over the findings?
Sure.
Thanks.
So, so the addition of 9,950 square foot requires 4 stalls per 1,000 square foot, which makes it to be like 40 parking spaces required. Which will need the
Are you still there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So, yeah, the parking, the city requires like 4 per 1,000 parking, and then making it an addition of 40 parking to be required for the 9,950 square foot that is added. And the 34 stalls that is provided at the site for the customers is pretty is good. We feel that it's not going to be having any issues with the overall requirement itself. So yeah, that's basically our finding.
Okay. I've got a couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
What I think I'll do is state all the questions, and then I know we have 2 other lines on hold. One is the general manager of the dealership, and one is the owner. And what I think I'll do is read the questions I have, and then if you want to answer them, great. If not, then I can put you on hold, and then either the property or the owner of the dealership or the general manager could answer the questions. Does that sound fine to you?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so here are the questions. The first one, I just wanted to clarify, because I think this is what you said. One of the conditions is that you're going to need to label certain parking spaces as customer only or as employee only. And so what I thought I heard was that the customer only parking will be on the surface lot, on the ground, the spaces in the surface parking lot, and employees will be required to park in the parking garage, and that's in Building B.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. The other questions I had, well, the first question you just answered. The second question, if I were a customer, how would I access the site to service or buy a car? So I just want to get an idea, and maybe Danny can pull up the site plan with whoever wants to answer that question. So that was the first question. The second question, are you going to, or do you have any thoughts on providing valet services for customers and employees just to make it easier or more smooth for interior movement? And then finally, do you have any questions or concerns regarding any of the conditions? So do you want to answer any of those questions, or?
Sure. In terms of the site access for the customers, the customers can access the site from either Brand Boulevard or the Cypress Street, and the customer parking is all around Building A. So either way, whichever side they access the site, they can park their cars and they can enter the showroom. The showroom is accessible from all the parking areas as well. So it's pretty easily accessible for the customers from the parking spot.
Okay. And sorry to interject. How many surface parking spaces are there? I think Danny.
Yeah.
34.
34. Okay. Thank you. All right. And then how about service? If I wanted to use the dealership for service, how would that work?
So from the Cypress Street, we have an entrance that takes the service customers have the service drive. They can go and park their car in the service drive, or we have parking along Cypress on the entrance towards the Cypress side as well, so they can park it over there and they can access the service.
Okay, so actually, from your explanation and from looking at the site plan, sales customers and service customers are kind of separate. They don't, there isn't a whole bunch of intermingling.
Yes.
Because sales take place, I think, mostly in Building A, and service take place in Building B, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, thanks. The next question, are you going to, or do you have any thoughts on providing valet service for customers, employees? Is that something you can answer, or do you want me to hold off for the general manager or owner?
I don't believe there is going to be valet service, but I'll have the general manager give the answer.
Okay. And then, do you have any questions or concerns regarding any of the proposed conditions in the draft staff report?
No, we think it's pretty standard, and we are okay with all the staff report, the conditions.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I think we are good.
Okay. I'm going to put you on hold now. Should I bring up the dealership owner or the general manager next, or doesn't matter?
General manager, I think, will be the best.
Okay, so I'm going to put you on hold now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hi. Are you the general manager of the dealership?
Yes, this is
Great.
Gary Gimmick-Season. I'm general manager.
Okay, I'm sorry. Could I get your name again? I think you said it when I was talking.
No problem. Gary Gimmick-Season.
Okay, thank you. Do you have anything you want to add or say?
No, I believe everything that was said was sufficient. Just regarding the valet service, that wouldn't be something we would be providing normally now.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Just regarding the valet service, that wouldn't be something we would be providing normally. We wouldn't be doing that.
Okay, so you don't have plans to do it, and you don't intend to do it or plan to do it. Okay.
No.
Do you have any conditions or concerns regarding the proposed conditions of approval?
No, not at this time.
Okay, so you're fine with all of them?
Yes.
Okay. All right, if you don't have anything else to say, I'm going to put you on hold as well, and then speak to the owner.
Got it.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello,
Hi, is this Brent Talley?
this is Brent Talley.
Hi, Mr. Talley. Do you want to introduce yourself again and then say anything you want to say?
Sure, no, I appreciate it. One thing, so my name is Brent Talley, and just to clarify, we're the owner's representative on the project for Ormar Automotive, Mr. Romero and his family that owns the dealership, so I'm not actually the owner.
Okay.
We're the owner's representative. But no, I think Sagunya's done a great job explaining it. We appreciate staff's time working through the parking reduction, and again, the conditions of approval all look pretty standard to us. So no, I think other than that, we appreciate everybody's time and look forward to a successful completion of the project.
Okay, great. If you don't have anything else to add, I may just hang up on you if you don't have anything else to add.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thanks. Gary?
Yes.
Hi, do you have anything else to add?
No, I don't. I mirror what Brent said. Everything was sufficient. No concerns or questions on my part.
Okay, great. Then I'm just going to hang up on you as well.
Okay.
Thanks. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Do you have anything else to add?
No,
As
I
the
think
applicant.
no, we are good, and we are excited to get this project going and have the new Toyota showroom.
Okay, great. Then I will hang up on you as well. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to close the public hearing and take this case under submission. It is 10:07 on June 10th, 2020, and the hearing is now closed. Thank you.